Alright, welcome to the Tyrant-Den. Now it is Sunday, so that means today we are not getting the regular strong bad email reaction. Instead, I'm going to be reacting to something else from the homestarrunner.com site. And kind of going a little bit of a chronological order. This is the original Golden Book, children's book that Mike and Craig wrote and originally set to Flash animation that kind of got everything started. So let's go ahead and see where everything began.
The Homestar Runner enters the Strongest Man in the World contest, a children's story by Mike and Craig. Everybody loves the Homestar Runner. He is a terrific athlete.
Okay, so I think we saw. I'm pretty sure we've seen Homestar by now. So we know that one of the things that immediately has changed is that here, now it's kind of nebulous to what degree his shirt covers him, but back in the day you can tell it was there was some negative space under there, and they're still getting the proportions worked out and the face worked out. This was right, but they knew the classic bits there. They knew they know the tennis shoe soles glued to the bottom of the feet. They knew the star on the chest, the propeller cap. It's basically all there. They just hadn't worked out the shape yet.
One day his friend, Pom Pom, asked
him... Sorry, is this the way he pronounces Pom Pom? One day his friend, Pow Pow... Okay, Strongest Man in the World contest.
Him to enter the Strongest Man in the World contest. The Homestar Runner agreed, and the two
There we go. It's basically a montage.
Trained for days and days to become...
Is that a pride flag? I don't think that's a pride flag. I think that's fruit by the foot or something back there.
I'm the strongest men in the world. On the way to the contest...
There we go! Here's the man himself, the reason we are here, Strong Bad. As you can see, while they basically got the design. They guys actually, it's the opposite way around. They basically have the proportions for Strong Bad already, just not the design. Homestar Runner, they don't have the proportions, but they have the design. How appropriate.
Another competitor, Strong Bad, made fun of them.
That's not very nice.
I'm the very strongest. You guys are not very strong.
The contestants. Mr. Bland, the robot, last year's winner. Senior, Pom Pom.
Okay, to be clear, because it's not that easy to read this, the last year's winner was the robot, not Senior. And between Senior and the voice they kind of give Strong Bad later on, they kind of got a Spanish thing going on, don't they?
Pom, Strong Bad, the Homestar Runner. Upon their arrival,
Homestar Runner, not to be confused with all the other ones. Of all the runners, he is the Homestar one. I do love how some children's books kind of just
the rules were explained. The Grape Fairy starts everyone off.
Alright, we just accept that a Grape Fairy exists. They are on a giant bee. It is a children's story. We are not to question this world building. They said the Grape Fairy, and so there is the Grape Fairy. 20 grapes. Assumingly these
20
are
grapes.
heavy old grapes.
Then adds one at a time. Whoever holds the most grapes wins. The Grape Fairy granted each of them 20 grapes. Mr. Bland.
Okay, yeah, they're heavy, and you can kind of tell. I want to go back actually. We don't get a good view of Mr. Bland in this one. I think you can kind of start to see the origins of Strong Sad kind of here. He's very pale. He loses immediately.
Mr. Bland did not hold up. Squish. It says squish there. The Grape Fairy.
It says squish there. Oh, that's just mean. But Bland got squished and they're still adding more grapes on top of him. Well, Senor's doing it with one hand. Let's whatever else is gonna happen in this, at this point Senor was doing it all with one hand. And it's like way above his head. I mean, I guess Pom Pom's doing it all with his head, but and like that doesn't count there for Homestar, because I mean it looks like he's only using his head, but we know he's got like telepathica arms.
Added another grape. Senor.
Telepathica arms, by the way, that's a Tyrant-Den copyright. If you catch yourself saying telepathica arms, know that it started with me. Yeah, see, here we go. Senor is getting squished. They're saying he's not the strongest arm, but he was only using one hand. I think he was giving everybody a handicap. Come on.
Senor was not the strongest man in the world.
BS.
Splurt. This one says splurt.
And that BS stands
Suddenly,
for bunch of sillies. Homestar knew something was up. Okay, so lessons for visual storytelling here. One, at no point was established that the robot needed a cord. There was a wall. I kind of accept that because it's sort of silly. But the jump to Homestar knew something was up. That's not clear to me. I think that's they do a 10-year anniversary where they animate all of this later. We'll eventually get to that, presumably. Where I think they do this much better. I think they like actively try to fix this, but this is too much information for 2 sentences and that much artwork.
The robot shut down and dropped his grapes. Homestar knew something was up. Zip.
It's magic.
Oh, Yellow Man says zip. There were only 3 contestants left.
Contestants. Okay, you see they already kind of have... they already have the sort of Homestar Runner-isms. You know, back before when we had Pam Pam, try to say Pom Pom, they say Pam Pam, and here they're saying contestants. So you're all getting the sort of Homestar Runner-isms that kind of just infected the language for a generation.
Another grape was added. Homestar noticed that Strongbad was getting some extra help.
I will drop my grapes and uncover that key.
And we have the origins of the Homestar Runner voice. I see this is Sam says. What the heck was what was I saying? They're not even saying the cheat. They're saying that cheat. They just kind of adopted the name that Homestar gave him as an insult, as his name. That's not cool.
The Homestar Runner yanked the cheat out from under the pile of grapes.
Oh no!
Screamed Strongbad.
Yeah, that's right.
Strongbad was squished and Pom Pom won.
Okay, I'm saying the origins of his voice now. This is them coming back and voicing something after they've done a lot of work. I'm getting behind myself there. And incidentally, it's like, again, going back, the strong set, a Homestar Runner saying, I'm going to drop all my grapes. They are not...
The Homestar Runner yanked the cheat out from under the pile of grapes.
Hear a lot of,
Oh no!
Or it's supposed to be.
Screamed Strongbad.
I think I've known whether or
Strongbad
not
was
it's supposed to
squished
be a
and
joke.
Pom Pom won. Knowing that he could not have done it without the Homestar Runner's help, Pom Pom shared the trophy.
Ah, look at Homestar. He celebrated by really needing to pee. Oh, that's so nice. They shared the trophy. That's the moral. Don't cheat and share your victories. Even though you're obviously the strongest, and we still don't actually know who is the strongest. The whole thing should have been called off. The whole thing should have been called off or restart because they don't actually know who the strongest was here. They don't know. They don't know which of those are stronger. Heck, for all we know, Strongbad could have been stronger and he could have won if he hadn't been cheating. Heck, the robot should have won. I'm sorry to suspect that everything was actually legal because they uncovered that Strongbad was cheating with the cheat. But they just kept going on. If they just kept going on, then they must not have been cheating in the first place. It was just Homestar Runner enforcing some rules of fair play to his own detriment, which is also kind of nice. Actually, honestly, that makes the morals stronger. If everything Strong Bad was actually doing was a-okay, but it wasn't a-okay with Homestar. Actually, that's a much stronger moral. Okay. Okay, kids. The moral of the story is that if you don't like the rules to the game, enforce your own rules instead. All right. See you all tomorrow. Boop. Boop.